Hey, what's up, guys? It is Paul Farmer here from paulgfarmer.com, and today I thought I'd do something a little bit different. I'm going to share my results with Power Lead System, some income proof, but then I'm going to kind of share a little bit more about me that I really haven't shared before. And I just feel compelled to do this because I think it might help some of you that are, maybe struggling a little bit, maybe not exactly where you want to be in your business, maybe not making the money you want to make yet. I think this might help you a little bit when I share what I'm going to share with you. But before I do that, I just want to share just my most recent payment that I got from Power Lead System, and they pay every Wednesday. For those of you that don't know what Power Lead System is, if you don't know what that is, it's a marketing tools and training platform. Okay, so they provide you with marketing tools, and when I say marketing tools, these are tools you can use for any business. That's the beauty of this program, is you can use the tools for any business. And I started Power Lead System back in 2015, April 2015. So I've been around for a long time, and I've been using this program. And to be honest with you, I really wasn't using it to earn with. I was just using the tools. I was a customer, basically. So you're hearing it from me. I've been around for a while. I know what it's about. You can trust that I believe in this program. Okay, I wouldn't have been around since 2015 if I didn't trust in the program. Okay, the program always pays on time, every Wednesday like clockwork. They're constantly adding more and more value, and I just think it's something that every single marketer out there needs, especially if they're new or intermediate marketers. I believe that Power Lead System is exactly what they need. Even some advanced marketers can really benefit from what Power Lead System provides. Now, the issue with Power Lead System is people come into this program and they see, especially if you're a new person, they see everything that it provides. And it can be a little bit overwhelming. I know when I started, it was a little bit overwhelming, but I was able to figure out what I needed to do over time. The problem is people come in, they look at it, they're like, oh, whoa, it's so much, and then they never give it a chance, and they give up, and they quit, and they never benefit from it. So one of the things I do want to address is the complexity. Okay, so what we've done is we've made it as simple as possible, and I'm actually going to be working on a fast start training very soon here, where I'm going to break it down in even more simple steps, so you know exactly what you need to do to start earning. So this is my week. This is what I was paid for the week, and to be honest with you, I'm a bit disappointed, but it is during a slow time of the year. People are tuned out. They're not really looking to make money online. They're looking to buy presents for Christmas. They're traveling. They're arranging plans to travel or with family. So this is a very slow time of the year, so you can expect a slowdown during this time. Okay. Now, I'm not making that as an excuse because I still do work my business. It's just something I've noticed over time what seems to happen during this time of year. Okay, so things do go a little bit slower, but they will pick up again once we get past the holidays. So that's very exciting. Plus, Power Lead System's adding another level that's going to actually pay $1,000 commissions and $200 overrides. So, and that's going to be packed with very powerful training done by the top earners in Power Lead System. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share here. Let me just show you the emails I've been receiving from Power Lead System, so you can see that. Okay, so when I'm sharing these results, and maybe you're like, well, I couldn't do that. There's no way. I just want you to understand that this is not complicated. Okay, we actually show you step by step what you need to do and work with you, and it's really quite simple. It's as simple as setting up a funnel, which is already done for you basically, and then getting traffic to the funnel, and then following up, and then rinsing and repeating. Okay, the training is provided, everything you need is provided. It's really quite simple. We have brand new people getting results with this program. So the whole thought of can you do it It's more, will you do it? It's not can you do it, because of course you can do it. I believe everybody can do it, but will you do it? Okay, so I'm just going to kind of go through it. And remember, we're like, Christmas is on Monday, this is Thursday, so it's a much slower week, as you can see, but the sales are still coming in. I actually had another one I didn't add here, so but they are coming in as we speak. So when you see diamond, that's $100. When you see gold, it's $20. Plus, you make a 50% matching bonus. So if that person goes out and makes $500 next month, I get $250 of that just because. Okay, so it does definitely add up. When you see the fast start bonus here, that's $400, and those really add up. Okay, so I have 303 entries now. These are all sales. If you just go through these, I mean, these are all sales coming in consistently day after day after day. This has been the slowest week for me since October. Okay, and it's to be expected again. And I still have sales coming in. So, and I have 50% matching bonuses happening that you don't see here. So this is really a very powerful program, and it's a stable program. It's been in business since 2013. It's powered by Priceless Possibilities. It's been around since the 90s. So it's a very powerful program. It's a very stable program. If you want something that is going to pay you and pay you on time, then definitely go to the link below this video and check it out, okay? And get started. They give you a 7-day free trial. Just check it out. Okay, so now what I want to talk about a little bit is just share my story just a little bit, just so you can understand where I'm coming from and why I'm so passionate about helping people, helping you break through online. And you're going to find this in pretty much every leader out there. I mean, true leaders, they're servant leaders. They want to see you succeed. It's not just about them. It's about, their success is your success. Your success is their success, so to speak. But that's what it's about. I mean, every person I really respect is that way. They give back. They give value. Those are the people I respect. Those are the people I follow. I don't follow people who just kind of drag people through whatever program they want to drag them through just because it's a quick buck for them. I want to see you win. That's the main thing. Okay, so here's my story. In 2010, going back to 2010, back then I was a teacher. I was a physical education teacher. I had a stable job, at least what I thought was a stable job. I made enough money for me. I wasn't, in debt at all. I had zero debt aside from my student loan. And, I was on a path to have my income increase gradually over the next so many years, right? It was a pretty stable plan. Well, unfortunately, that time, budget cuts happened. Big time budget cuts. This is the time where this is the result of what happened in 2008 with the housing crisis. With the mortgages and the people not being able to pay and all these. A lot of people lost their jobs. It was a very rough time in this country. So that trickled down to teaching. Okay, and basically there were layoffs everywhere, and I was one of those layoffs. So in 2010, I was laid off from my job, and I didn't know what I was going to do. And I ended up getting on unemployment for the first time ever. My income was cut more than half, and I was completely lost. Okay, so I was looking for jobs, but there were no jobs in the teaching industry at all. And so the next 2 years would be basically misery. I was surviving on half of the money I was making before, less than half actually, and just trying to figure it out. And one of the things they wanted to have me do was go teach science, but I just, I studied and studied and studied for that course. Like, I had to take a certain test, and I just wasn't making it. It just didn't happen. So what I decided to do, because I liked health and fitness, because I liked working with people and helping people because I came from a personal training and physical education background. What I decided to do was start my own fitness boot camp. Something I always wanted to do. I wanted to start my own business. I actually wanted to have my own gym, but then I realized the overhead and all that, and I just decided not to do that, and I did my own fitness boot camp. Keep in mind, I had zero business sense. Like, I knew nothing about business, but I wanted to do this thing, so I started a fitness boot camp, and I put together some routines. But the problem was, my routines were good. I had people telling me my routines were good, but the problem was there was where I lived, which was Huntington Beach, California. There was a new boot camp popping up every week. Okay, so there was tons and tons of competition. There were established boot camps, which mine was not established, and I had no clue how to market. So my marketing was basically going down to the beach, walking around the boardwalk, and handing out flyers to people that were passing by, inviting them to my boot camp. And that was way, way, way out of my comfort zone. Okay, so you're probably wondering, like, what's the point of this story? Where are you going with this? Okay, so that was a miserable failure. I woke up at 6 a.m. in the morning, went down the beach, and I actually started doing video. This is when I started doing video. And the way I started doing videos was I did exercises on video. I created exercise routines because I thought it would be cool. Because one of the things I realized is people make a lot of excuses when it comes to working out. And some of those excuses are, I don't have time, I don't have space, and I don't know what to do, right? So I wanted to make it, or I don't have the money. I want to make it as simple as possible, so I started creating these exercise routines. So I would go down the beach every morning, and I would go and create these exercise routines. Again, I knew nothing. I was using a stupid little flip cam on a cheap tripod that I jerry-rigged to hold my camera, and I would literally go and create exercise routines and put them on video and then throw them on a blog because I had started a blog, and again, I knew nothing about blogging, okay? So let's just fast forward. I did everything I possibly could to get this boot camp off the ground, and it just wasn't happening. I was sinking fast. I was not making hardly any money, and that's when I was introduced to network marketing and internet marketing. I had a guy come to me, and he posed as a boot camp fitness coach, right? So he was going to help me get my fitness boot camp off the ground. And what he proposed was I join his wellness program, and then he would help me. So I fell for that one, hook, line, and sinker, and that started my network marketing career and my online marketing career. Okay, so just to back up, I came from a teaching background, personal training background. I tried to start my own business. It was a miserable failure. The only thing I got out of that is I learned that I can step out of the box. I can go on and do it my own. I can take those risks. That's what I learned from it. I can step out of my comfort zone, and that was a big deal. But when I came online, I thought, wow, health and wellness, that's right down my alley. But again, I knew nothing about network marketing. I knew nothing about marketing, and I would go on to struggle. On top of that, I started completely wrong. I started in two different businesses at the same time. I started in a health and wellness business, and I started in a online marketing business, which had a blog, and that's what attracted me to it, because it showed you how to make money with a blog. So anyway, long story short, I went on for 2 years. My next 2 years were absolutely miserable. I would go on to spend thousands, and I do mean thousands of dollars, and end up with basically nothing. Okay, end up with basically nothing. And at the end of about 2 years, my unemployment was running out, and now I'm at my wit's end, and I'm like, what am I going to do? And I ended up getting a call back from a school district, and they wanted me to work a part-time PE position. Still, it was like half of what I was paid before, but I ended up taking it. I kept working my online business. Now, you would have thought, and I kept working. I worked it the whole time, even though I was teaching part-time, which actually felt like full-time because I still had to show up to meetings. I still had to do what the other teachers did. I just wasn't respected because I was a part-time teacher. Kids saw me that way, and the teachers saw me that way. So, but I still worked the long hours and everything like that. So, but I just wasn't paid full-time. So during this time, I was still working my business. Now, I had dropped off the health and wellness business. I just figured it wasn't for me. The profits weren't there, and I was just tired of the whole, what I saw as a popularity contest. Because to be perfectly honest with you, I do have high-level certifications in personal training, and I have a bachelor's degree in kinesiology. So I was very well versed, but what I didn't understand was none of that mattered. None of that mattered, especially in network marketing. None of that mattered. No one cared. All you got to do in network marketing, what I learned later, is you just point people to a product, to a video, to a third-party source, third-party tool, and that's all you have to do. You don't have to be an expert in anything. Okay, that's what I learned. So if you guys are still here, I congratulate you for still being here because, it's just my story and you may not be that excited about it, but I thought I'd share it with you anyway. Okay, so fast forward, okay? So I'm in this business for 2 years. Still not making hardly any money. Money's going down the drain, basically. And I don't have the reserves to do that. Fast forward about 2 years, and I come into a new company. I decide enough is enough. I'm going to cut my losses. I end my time with this other company, and I really thought I would be, a 7-figure earner in that company. I really believed that, and it didn't turn out that way. So I ended up going another direction. And what was amazing to me is before I was struggling selling a $25 product, but for some reason I was having a conversation with this guy. He was a 7-figure marketer, and he told me, I was just having a conversation with him. He's all, I just made $5,000. And I was like, what do you mean you just made $5,000? I couldn't remember. You got to go back. I couldn't even make $25 sales barely. And he's like, yeah, I just made $5,000. Making money's easy. And for whatever reason, hearing it from a 7-figure marketer, maybe something triggered in me. And I was like, it is easy. It is easy. And I went on, long story short, to start selling from a $25 product to a $1,000 product, and that paid me like $500 commissions. Now remember, I've never done this before. I was like at $25, and I couldn't even get over that. Like it was like a huge hurdle for me. It's like, oh, $25, too much. I can't sell that. I don't know what's wrong with me. I had this mental block. But once this 7-figure earner told me making money was easy, something shifted. And I went on in that business. I went on to be one of the top earners in that business from basically nothing, nothing, struggling. I went on to become one of the top earners. Unfortunately, the business didn't last, and my success didn't last, and that was that. Okay, and then from there, I went on to try to find another. It was an odd time because during that time it seemed like whatever I joined, it would fall apart. So I'd join a program, I'd start building the program, it'd fall apart. I joined the program, I'd start building the program, it'd fall apart. I joined the program. I swear it was like 5 different programs that this happened to me, and at this time I almost quit. I was just like, what is the point? All I'm doing is building, and things are just falling apart nonstop. I'm not getting anywhere. This is horrible. And it was a very frustrating time because I knew, I was like, well, I know I can bring people into a business, but for whatever reason, these businesses keep collapsing on me. So I went through that, okay? And then in 2015, at my wit's end, I was introduced to something that I thought I would never do. And looking back, I probably should have never done it, but the rev share. Okay, I'm sure every one of you have heard of the rev share. Maybe you've been in a rev share, but I came in a very desperate state because every business before me had fallen, and I was like basically desperate. This is the worst thing you could ever do, is come into a business in a desperate state, like especially a rev share. in a desperate state, because what a rev share requires is you to buy into it. Basically, you're putting some money into it, and so I did whatever I could to come up with some money and get to work on it, And I never felt comfortable about it. I never was really that into it, but I was watching all these people make all this money, and I'm like, okay, if they can do it, I can do it. And I went to work, and what ended up happening, and I'll just fast forward, this was back in 2015 when they were really big. I ended up following a guy that told me to get into as many as I could to diversify my capital, right? What I put into it, just in case if one goes down, I still have these other ones. And I listened to him, and no fault to him. He was probably feeling like he gave the best advice he could possibly give. And so I was at one time in, I think, 11 or 12 different rev shares with my money spread out. And I swear to you, end of 2015, going into 2016, the bottom fell out. And understand, I was in a place where I was dependent on the income that these were producing. I didn't have anything else. I was in Power Lead System, but I wasn't doing anything with Power Lead System. So, let's close that. So, I was just using the product. I wasn't really earning from it. So, this hurt. This hurt really bad because literally the income I had coming in was gone. It dried up overnight. And I remember going into Christmas, because I believe it happened, it was either just before Christmas or right after Christmas. I just remember all the funds being frozen, and I wasn't getting them back. And wow, that hurt bad. And to make it worse, I didn't learn my lesson. They're like, oh, it's a payment processor issue, let's just change the payment processor. Well, that backfired bad. Okay, I'll just say that. I'll just leave it there. Okay, so now let's fast forward to the beginning of 2016. 2016, I had basically got the rev share bug out of my existence. I wanted nothing to do with it. I was done with it. There were other things in between, but that took a tremendous hit. That hurt a lot of people. A lot of people lost their trust. A lot of people lost a lot of money. It was bad. Okay. Fast forward to 2016, I joined another program. It was a lead generating program. And, I was watching the comp plan video, and it's like showing all this leverage built into this program. And, I went to work. I was like, okay, cool. I see the value. I see I can do this. It provides leads. Everybody needs leads. And I went to work on it. And, I brought in a lot of people. I brought in a lot of paid members. And, I was paid. I made a profit. Okay. I did pretty well. I was one of the top guys in there. And unfortunately, what happened was it turned out that there was no leverage. So the money wasn't there. Okay. So as you can see, and these are not even all my stories, but as you can see, I have been through it. Okay. I know what it feels like to fail. I know what it feels like to fall on my face. And I know what it feels like to be in a program that falls apart and, you don't get your money. Because I've had numerous ones where they've taken my commissions. I didn't get paid. It was gone. And time, effort, money, reputation, all trashed, right? Gone. So now I'm very, 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 very careful with what I pursue. So one of the reasons why I chose to go with Power Lead System and really start sharing this is because I know it's a solid program. I know it's a solid program. It's been around since 2013. Okay, plus Priceless Possibilities been around since the 90s. They offer tons of training. I am a product of the product. I've been using this since 2015 for various things. Okay, they pay on time. That's huge. Okay, That if you've never gone through that experience where they freeze your funds or they don't pay you on time, that is huge, to be paid on time, because nothing's guaranteed online. If you're new, you just got to understand that. I watch people make these mistakes all the time. They run for these pre-launch programs, and all a pre-launch is going to do is cause you problems. There's going to be problems. In my time, which I don't even think is that long, I've been online since 2012, late March of 2012. And in my time online, I can't even tell you how many pre-launches, how many programs I have seen come and go. So when you find a program that has stood the test of time, that is still kicking, is still around, that's a program to stick with. That's a program to build. That's a good foundation, right? You can build on. That's something you can build on. It's not quicksand, it's a rock, right? That being said, you still, it's not your business, it's you. You need to be branding yourself. That's very important. You need to be branding yourself. But anyway, that's my story, That's why I am so passionate about helping you not have to go through the stuff I had to go through. That's why I show up every day. That's why I make these videos. That's why I create trainings to help, because I went through it. I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like to not get the results you want. I'm still not where I want to be. I'm not even close to where I want to be, but I know I'm way better off than I used to be. Okay, so that's something. In fact, last year, 2016, and I came in, I was doing really well with this program, like I said, but the money just wasn't there. And we went into Christmas and to go see my family, my aunt and uncle, which they're in Houston, which is about 5 hours away. I had to put the rental car in a credit card because I didn't have the money. I had to go do that, and I didn't, and I still remember, I'm like, I don't know how we're going to get by this month. We did. But I still remember that. And I'm in a much better place now. A much better place. We could actually have an enjoyable Christmas and not have to stress about those things, because now, there are sales coming in every day. I've changed my mindset when it comes to money. One of the things I started doing is whenever I pay my bills, I say I accept money. Whenever I go out and spend money, I accept money, right? And I just started thinking that way. I accept money. What that does is it kind of programs you to, instead of going, oh, I'm spending the money, it's gone, I accept it. Money, it's cyclical. Like it needs to move around. So by you spending, more is going to come your way. That's by you giving, more is going to come your way. It's really an important thing to learn, because the more you hold on to something, the tighter you hold on to it, the less you're going to have. If you're holding on to your money and you're like holding on to it so tightly that, I don't want it to go away, it's going to go away. It has nowhere to go. It's either not going to grow or it's going to disappear. You're going to have less of it because you're not getting more of it. You're not open to accepting more of it. You're not doing anything to accept more of it. So it's going to go away. I learned that the hard way. Now what I do is I'm always looking for opportunities to give. I'm always looking for all these opportunities to bless other people, because it all comes back around, and it comes back around many times more than what you put out. So this is powerful. If you understand this, if you start thinking this way, it will change things for you. Another thing I started doing is, instead of looking at the cost, I looked at the opportunity. So I started looking at the opportunity. So for Power Lead System, what's the opportunity here? Well, if I were to get all in the business, okay, it's a one-time $710.94. That's including the domain name, $710.94. Now you go and start a brick and mortar business for that amount of money. Now the only thing you're going to pay monthly is the $53.97 for the gold membership. Okay, and that gives you all the training, and most of the training, not the upgraded training, but most of the training, and the tools and all that, and you can market this. You can be an affiliate, and you can earn commissions. So just this 1 week right here, $1,053.60. That's way more money than I ever paid just to get started. So, I started looking at the opportunity versus the cost. So if you're in a place where you're just like, hey, you know what? I'm so tired of not having enough. I'm so tired of just getting by. I'm telling you, find a way to position yourself to make the most money and get to work. Our team, when you join with me, I will plug you into our group where we have step-by-step training. I'm putting together a fast start training that's going to be really step-by-step, going to break down exactly what you need to do so you won't be confused. And, it's a very simple program. It's a very simple process. We just do a few things and it produces results. It's really all it is. So anyway, I hope that kind of gives you some insight into where I came from. I hope that motivates you. I hope maybe if you're going through some stuff right now where you're just like, man, I'm trying everything and nothing's happening, I hope that kind of helps you a little bit, all you gotta do, if you don't believe what I say, just go back, go to my blog. You can see how many blogs I have. Go to my YouTube channel. You can see how many videos I've done. I'm not a quitter. I'm not someone that just because it gets hard, I walk away from it. No, I stay the course. Things come and go, but you might have to adjust a little bit. But ultimately, the goal is the same. It doesn't change. And, you just keep plugging along. The reason people don't get ahead is because they look at it as a cost. They're too quick to quit, right? They're too quick. Things don't go the way they expect it to go, and they quit before even trying. And it's sad. It's sad. That's why I'm so passionate about it, because I know what it takes. I know what you need to do, and I know I can help you do it. So go ahead and click the link, get more information, get started, 7-day free trial, and let's change things for you. 2018's coming. This is your time. This is your year. 2018 is going to be an epic year. I'm proclaiming it. The things happening right now, just unreal. The things coming, it's going to be a great year. Just start saying that to yourself. It's going to be a great year. Maybe 2017 sucked for you. Not 2018. You're going into it strong. Follow me. I'm not going to let you down. I'm going to keep pushing and working. And, if I'm the example, I'm the example. There's plenty of people out there that are great examples. But the one thing with me is I'm going to show up. I'm going to keep showing up. I don't care what people think. I don't care what people say. These are things that I had to learn. I had to stop caring what people thought of me. That was a big deal. I used to hide my posts on Facebook. Now I don't care. People can see what I'm doing because I know what I'm doing is going to help them. It's a difference, okay? So anyway, it's a really strange kind of video. I know it's long. It's probably like, what the heck are you talking about, man? I just wanted to be real. I wanted to be real. I want you to know where I came from, where I'm going, and why I do what I do. Okay? So anyway, thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Click on the link below. Get more information. Reach out to me. I'm a real guy. Happy to talk to you. And make it a great day.